Hi guys, just give me a moment to put the little comment thing tag up. Just making sure I'm doing it. There we go. Got it. Done. And Miss Rose here, which is cool. So welcome to another episode of Meet the Nikolay Retailer. Today we're going to be joined by Miss Rose Dance Closet, and they are a Nikolay retailer based in Georgia, and it'd be really cool to meet them. So we're going to go live with them now, and I hope that you guys will stay tuned and ask any questions you may have and enjoy the show. So let me just pop them up now. Give me a moment. Oops. Oh, excuse me, it won't tap on my screen. Oh, I got it. There we go. Connecting. Yes, you can audition in Royal Ballet at 14 years old. Very random question. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me? Because I'm doing my Bluetooth. I've never used it
That
here.
sounds great, actually. That's really clear. Nice.
Hello. Thanks so much for having me.
No worries. Would you like to introduce yourself to the viewers?
Hello, everyone. My name is Roshawn Dorsey, affectionately known as Miss Ro, as in Miss Ro's Dance Closet. We have been here for 8 years now. We're located in the heart of historic College Park, Georgia.
Oh.
And it's been great. We're very involved in the community. We service the Metro Atlanta area and all the surrounding areas. So,
oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Could you tell us a little bit about how you got into running a dance store?
So we have how long? Y'all want my story? No, I'll give you the short version. So basically, I had a dance studio for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
And I was in some major car accidents. I sustained a broken neck at one point.
Oh, my gosh.
And then I ruptured the disc in my back.
Oh, wow.
And then I got something called Bell's palsy, and Bell's palsy causes facial paralysis. So I still have partial paralysis on one side of my face. So all of this to say that eventually, long story short, the pain just became too much.
Sure.
So I had to close my beloved school. And, you know, dance, when you're a dancer and you have that passion, it never goes away, no matter what is happening. True. I really think I'm about to start sneezing on you. So one day, my daughter, who is a dancer, I had to take her to a workshop. And I was just in my feelings that day, and woe is me, and what am I going to do? I can't dance, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
And I walked into a dancewear store to purchase something for her. And I promise this is exactly how it happened. I walked in that store and I said, this is what I'm going to do. Amazing. And I went and I opened my store with like no retail.
That's
nothing.
Amazing. Wow. Gosh.
Yeah.
So that must have been kind of exciting but overwhelming at the same time, right?
Very, very overwhelming. Because I was going to start with just costumes. I'm like, well, I'll just sell all my old costumes and things like that. And then once I saw this spot that I'm in, it's very beautiful. Like it already had hardwood floors. I don't know if I can show you. Already had, I'll show you when I take you to tour.
Yeah, good idea.
But it just looked like a dance studio.
Oh, wow.
And it was beautiful. And I was like, I can do events here and all of this stuff. And so it just happened. There was no calling. Like, I never wanted to do this, like, ever. Ever. But it has been, like, such a blessing, and it has kept me connected in the dance world. It's allowed me to start a nonprofit foundation geared to women and girls with rare medical conditions and base it in the performing arts. So it's been, and keeps me in the dance world and connected to my daughter.
Yeah, sure.
You know. So she works here. She's around here somewhere. You'll see her eventually.
Does she still dance too?
She dances professionally. She dances in a company a local company called Axum Dance Theater with Dawn Axum. So she's doing that. And she's an accountant.
Oh,
And she just
cool.
got married 2 weeks ago.
Oh, congratulations.
So we're in the process of getting ready to hire someone as well because she married someone in the Army, so she's leaving me.
Oh,
So,
no.
yeah.
Oh. Well, you guys, if anyone's watching and maybe wants to apply for the job and lives local, you know what to do.
We're in Atlanta. Yeah. So you want to see the store?
Yeah, let's have a little tour.
Let's see. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna show you our window.
Okay.
Do I need to turn it? Can I turn the
Oh,
camera?
yeah, if you tap the screen, it should flip the camera.
No, I meant turn it so you could see.
Oh, yes.
Can you see that? There we
There
go.
you go.
All right.
You got it. Yep.
Well, that's our front. That's outside.
Uh-huh.
So that's our
Oh,
window.
nice.
We're working on our sign. Where's
Mm-hmm.
that? So my mom
Cool.
made that sign.
Oh, that's
We
so
didn't have to
cool.
buy it. We are
Love it.
family run, and so she made that herself.
Oh, that's so cute.
So when you walk in, this is our front area. We have our sign up, and Retailer Magazine did a really nice story on us once. So this I posted it. Dance Retail Magazine. So I posted it up
That's
here.
really cool.
Loved it. Okay, hold on. No, I don't. There's Bree. Say hi, Bree.
Hello.
That's my daughter. She was gonna videotape, but I don't want to be in it. This is when you first walk in. So we do sell some purses and jewelry too.
Oh, cool.
And then this is where we put most of our shorts. We stock them in like a wine glass holder.
Oh, that's fancy.
Yeah. And then we make these tissue box covers, like however you want them.
Oh,
Whatever
that's so
color
unique.
you want.
They're
Yeah,
really
so
cute.
you put your tissue in them. So my mom makes these. So this is an order for somebody right
that's
here.
really nice. I love that.
We're waiting on them to pick that up. But we have, she makes them however you want. Like there's another one.
Oh, that's adorable.
And so when you walk in, this is what you see as soon as you walk in. This has stopped a lot of people as they walk in, and I'm loving it.
I bet. Oh, that's great.
They see that, and then they back up, and they go out and get their mask.
Yes.
And then they have to stop here.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have our whole sanitation area. So you have to either have your mask, and you have to hand sanitize before you walk past this spot right here. And most people are okay with it. We do have some people that don't want to comply. So they have to just kind of stand there. And so then you walk in, and this is our little bows and things. There's Bree.
Oh, cool.
And you walk in, and you see that. So this is where we've had to create a second place for shoe fitting because of COVID.
Sure,
so this
of course.
Yeah, how we don't sit everybody next to each other.
Yes, good idea.
And this is just our adults, 2 pieces, like over here for the most part.
Nice.
We've got a small men's corner.
Excellent.
Over here for them. And then our sweaters. We've got new arrivals that we put like over here.
Cool.
Let me back up some. This is our liturgical area.
So,
you can see all of our... I'm not really good with this camera.
You're doing great.
And then we have our adults fashion. It's all the way across the wall. And then we have like the pants, and then the basics are down here.
Yep.
Got some booties and things.
Fab.
And these are our undergarments on this side. We've got all of our flesh tone.
Yeah,
items.
that's amazing. Wow.
Over here. And then our tights things. And then this is our children's section. So this is our children's 2 pieces. Over here. And then, their fashion is up here. And their basics is all down here.
Fabulous.
Yeah, these are just little gift items that we have.
Oh, they're cute.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is our play area. And, the kids can come here and measure themselves. I have 2 of these areas. I have put, let me turn myself back around. I have put them away I had put them away because of COVID, and it was just
Sure.
too much to try and clean them all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, totally.
So, short story, I went to the back room, which we go through our back, in the back, and to get something. And when I came back, there was a little girl playing. She had followed me to the back. I didn't know it. So she was sitting there playing. She was making me tap shoe soup. So I was like,
Wow.
so of course I had to drink it.
That's funny.
And then she came back. Her mom came back like a couple of days later, and she just went to the back like that was her room.
Oh,
So I
okay.
said, let me just bring this stuff.
Yeah,
Let me
sure.
bring this stuff back out of here, and I
Oh,
just clean it all the time, and it just helps
yeah.
when parents are trying to shop, the kids want to play, and then we have
Of course.
here's our dressing room. We have 2 of these. I'm
Oh,
using one for storage right now.
cute.
And then
Nice.
we come over here to our shoes. Over here.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah. That's our shoe area.
Great selection.
And then we do all our fishnets here. And then this right here, this is our foundation, Permission to Fly.
Oh, yes, tell us about it.
So fly means to fully love yourself. And so
Oh,
it's geared to women and girls with rare, visible medical conditions. So I'm gonna get a little closer so I can show you. Let's see. So like she has keloids, but she's a dancer. So the whole point
amazing.
is, you know how when you dance, we have to show our skin and stuff is skimpy sometimes, but you still need to be confident in who you are and be okay with showing who you are. So this lady has alopecia, and she's had it since she was 12, but this photo right here is the very first time, she's 60 something right now, she ever took her wig off in public.
Oh,
it was for this
wow,
photo.
that must have felt so liberating for her.
This whole photo shoot we did was amazing.
I bet it was.
This young lady has eczema, and she's a dance major, and she won our scholarship last year because she still is brave, and she shows who she is regardless of all of the skin conditions. So I don't know if you can see, it says, "My beauty is beyond skin deep."
Love that. That's a great
this
quote.
one says, "I boldly embrace the body my soul possesses."
Definitely.
And then this young lady, hers is not so much visible, but she has autism.
Ah, yes.
And so she struggles with that. And I love her quote. It says, "Just because it's not visible doesn't mean it's invisible."
Yes, absolutely. And so many people, you know, I know dancers with all types of conditions too, and even ones with autism as well. And it's surprising, you know, still in this day and age, how people will just think someone looks okay, but it doesn't mean they really are, you know. And I get, even now, I think more people should be more aware of what people really have going on rather than just judging from what they're seeing, you know.
I totally agree. So we are, it's a nonprofit. We have hold on one second. We're still open.
How are you?
Hold on one second.
No worries. So you guys watching, feel free to ask any questions that you may have, anything you like. Of course, point shoe related questions also welcome.
I'm back.
So how long has the foundation been going for?
So quick story. Like I said, I had a dance studio. And so, you know, when you have your studio, and there's 2 of them. There's one more in the back. You know, you raise these kids from babies, like my daughter who's dancing, and I started teaching her when she was 2. So these girls, you know, they grow up and you're their mentor.
Yes.
They grow up and then go off to college and do everything they do, and then they come back because you've poured into them. They come back to you, and you become the mentee and they become the mentor. And that blows my mind. So one of the young ladies that I taught, I call her my daughter in love, because she's just like my daughter. They're your dance babies.
Yeah.
And we decided to start this because she has something called Erb's palsy. And
Ah.
Erb's palsy causes your arm to not raise. So she used to
Oh
take ballet,
wow.
but she could never get to her fifth,
Uh-huh.
with her
Yeah, yeah.
arms, her port de bras up there, or anything. It just always stayed where it was.
Wow.
Um, and I guess one day some boy said something to her that was, that hurt her feelings. And she came back to me and she's like, we were going to start a foundation about entrepreneurs. We had already decided to do that. But when this happened and she knew I had the Bell's palsy, we said, let's start something for women and girls to
Yes,
love
definitely.
who they are. So that
Absolutely.
started in 2015, but she was tragically killed a year later.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, in a car accident. And
Oh.
so that's when I created the nonprofit. And I always say I'm a co-founder in the organization because we founded it. Wait a minute. I'm about to cry.
Oh.
We founded it together. So it's been an active nonprofit for 4 years now.
Oh.
Um, and so it's really good. The lady that I just showed you with the bald head is actually her mom, the
Oh,
alopecia.
no ways.
That's her mom. And so she never got to see her mom take her wig off, but her mom did it for her
Oh.
on this picture.
Oh
Um,
gosh, that's so
it's very touching, but it's
very.
great because we do a workshop. Like we have one coming up December the 6th. We do an annual workshop. This will be our second one. COVID has
Mm-hmm.
kind of messed it up, but
Oh.
it's called The Arts.
Uh-huh.
And we're doing it in College Park. So it's called The Arts in College Park. It could be The Arts in Louisiana or The Arts wherever,
Uh-huh.
but this one is
Sure.
The Arts in College Park. So we have a motivational speaker that will speak to whoever. It's open to anybody, but
Uh-huh.
the speaker is supposed to, our quote is embrace the beauty in your uniqueness.
I love
And
that.
that's what we want you to do. And then we will have breakout classes. So we have a class in jumps, leaps, and turns for advanced dancers. My
Nice.
daughter's teaching a lyrical class. We
Ah,
have an African dance class. We will
cool.
have a drama class and a songwriting class.
Uh-huh.
So it's all of
Sounds
the
really
performing
good.
arts. Yeah. So
Fantastic.
it's exciting. And then we have a scholarship in her honor as well. So
Oh,
anybody that wants to help out is permission to fly, just like it says .org, or we're on Instagram at permission to fly.
check it out, you guys. It sounds like a really
Yeah.
great foundation. I love that.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you for letting me talk about it.
no worries. It's great to add different topics onto these streams and learn more about people. And I mean, I just find people fascinating in general. So I really like hearing about people's stories.
Thank you.
So with regards to like have your store and everything, can you tell us a little bit about the point shoe side of things? Do people
Let you wave to my customer. Where's she
hello?
go? Told you we're still open. I missed your question. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So with regards to point shoe fitting, can you tell us a little bit about the service that you offer with that and how it all works and any of your specialities with it?
So we do point shoes by appointment, fittings by appointment. Right now, I'm the only point shoe fitter. So that's why it's by appointment, because I may not always be here.
Mm-hmm.
And we carry a few different brands. We're very new to you, so that's why I'm excited to be on here so
Ah,
that you can really inform me a
yes.
lot more.
Excellent.
So I'm brand new for
Oh,
Nikolay,
fantastic.
brand new for Nikolay. But we usually get our kids to come in. We do point shoe fittings. There's nothing special that I think I do for them.
Do you fit everybody from first timers to professional? Do you get a lot of first timers? Tell us a little bit about the kind of clientele that you get.
When we first started, I was getting a lot of beginners. I'm
Mm-hmm.
slowly getting professional dancers in here. When the professionals come in, there's not a whole lot I have to do.
Oh,
They pretty
sure.
much know what they want already. But I get the beginners take up my time. So when they call to make their point shoe fitting, I usually let them know that it could be anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour or longer.
Mm-hmm.
So please be prepared and ask the parents
Yes,
to bring their patients with them.
absolutely.
Um, I ask them to make sure they cut their toenails before they come.
Oh God, yeah.
And yeah, and hopefully a lot of times they forget, but I ask them to wear their tights. But if not, we have things for them for that. And then we just
Fantastic.
I kind of talk to them. I make sure that their instructor has sent them, first of all,
Yes. Oh
and
my
that they're
gosh.
supposed to be,
Right.
because we do get a lot of people that come in and they just want to go on point.
Oh
And
my
I'm
gosh.
like, did your instructor tell you? She said, they'll be like, no, but that's what I'm ready to do. I can't do that for
I get
you.
emails like that a lot. It's really funny.
And some parents get really, really upset about it. And
Oh
I'm like,
gosh.
I'm just trying to save your child.
Yeah,
So
right.
as soon as she's ready, I would love
Yeah,
for you to
yeah,
come
yeah.
back here.
Totally.
So we do that. I do, I've done some fittings where I may not think they're quite ready for point, but I will call their instructor at that point. And if their instructor still wants
Yes.
them to do it, and they're saying, well, I'm going to get her to where she needs to be, or she's going to stay at the bar or something like that, then that's fine. But I try to
It's
make sure that this is
important.
what they
Yeah,
want, that the
exactly.
instructor has told them. Because instructors will call me too, and they're like, why'd you do that? I'm like, they told me. You said okay.
It is tricky, and this is one of the topics I want to get out there a bit more. I need to do a YouTube video about it because it is a very tricky situation to be in. Personally, what I tend to do is obviously make sure they've got permission, but if the teacher isn't there, then I will assess them myself and see where I go. And if I'm noticing some problems, I will, of course, explain why it's not working. And the dancer can always feel when going on point isn't working out for them as well, of course.
Right.
But there's a way that I mean, as you know, there's a way that you have to talk about it. You don't want to upset anybody, but at the
Right.
same time, we are just looking out for the health of the dancer. And sometimes I would take it upon myself to take a few pictures and contact the teacher and explain what was going on and what we need to do to fix it. But also I'll say to them, maybe we should see a dance physio to see what additional help you may need. Because sometimes I see something in a dancer where I think that actually there's something going on, but I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's a medical kind of issue. It could be something like very tight hamstrings, for example, or it could be a lack of flexibility in the ankles, because that's a very common one. I've had that a few times. And also what I
Right.
want.
When we're over here near Tyler Perry Studios. I don't know if you've heard of Tyler Perry or not,
No.
but he's a major player in the movie world. Like,
Okay.
well, but anyway, there's a lot of movie things that happen out here. So we do get a lot of people that just think they want someone on point for a movie or a
Oh
video
no.
shoot, and they have never danced ever.
Oh my gosh. That's insane.
That's always interesting. Or the movie studio will call and say, I want to buy 8 pairs of point shoes. And then I'm like,
No.
what do you mean? You
That's
can
so
go 8 pairs
bizarre.
for.
Oh my gosh, what?
I'm going to go in here.
That is funny.
Yeah, so
And then
things
it's
like that.
like sometimes what I also find is some teachers will basically put these kids through ballet for all these years and sell them the dream of point work, but it's not actually for everybody. And I
Right.
want more instructors to be honest that not everybody can get on point. It's just a fact of life, right? But of course, some of these instructors, they're more interested in keep taking the money from the parents for the classes because, oh, that's their goal, to be on point. But I want more dancers to be aware that dancing ballet isn't all about getting on point. Sure, it's
Right.
great if you do get on point, but it's not the be all and end all. You can still be a fantastic ballet dancer, even not on point. I mean, I don't know if you've ever had it, but I've had some dancers that, are great ballet dancers, but as soon as they go on point, they realize that actually they don't enjoy a point as much as they thought they would. And that's
That's my
fine,
daughter.
you know?
That's my daughter.
It's
As much
totally
as I try
fine.
to get her on there, she's like, I'm not doing it. I know how to do it. I don't want to do it.
Right, and that's fine, and I wish that there'd be more people out there that would realize that ballet in itself is hard enough as it is with
Right.
without doing point work. That's just an additional add-on that if you can do it, then great, but it's not the be all and end all. You can
You
still
have
be
to love
happy
it.
dancing.
Yeah. Something you need to learn to love.
Yeah, and it takes time. And I sometimes get parents that say to me, well, my daughter does competitions and she always places first. So I believe that she'll be amazing on point and she's going to really smash her solos and get first place every time. And I'm like, oh, really? And I'm like, do you realize what point is about? They are facing the bar, learning to actually be in their point shoes and get their alignment and learning to even stand on point. And they're like, oh, no, you don't understand. Not with Sienna. She would be amazing. She would be totally off the bar very quickly. And I'm like, it doesn't work that way. Everyone starts at the bar.
Period.
But it's funny how they try to talk me out of it and be like, well, she'll be doing loads of practice at home. And I'm like, hold up. I'm like, you do realize that you can only practice at home if your teacher tells you you can, and you have to do the exercises that they tell you are safe. You can't just, one thing I always say to first timers when I fit them, for goodness sakes, please don't go on your Instagram and start trying stuff in the center in your kitchen in your point shoes, because one, you're going to get hurt. Two, you're going to get bad technique. And three, if your teacher sees it, she'll have a heart attack.
Well, I had a customer, I do orders for a certain school, and because of COVID, they've needed to order all of their things, right? But point shoes is not on their orders. But then the teacher told me the other day, she said she was looking at class doing the virtual, and the girl had on point shoes, and she had ordered them online. She didn't get them from me. She got them like discount names or something like that. No ribbons, no elastic, nothing.
What? How
and
did the parent
and this was her first ballet class. This was her first ballet.
Get out.
She said she was looking at that like, what are you doing? And who told you to do that? And her mom was like, oh, well, she wanted them. She's like, please take those off.
That's insane. Oh my God.
She said, yeah, she had no elastic, no ribbon, nothing, just her point shoes.
Oh, it is funny. You have to laugh sometimes.
Yeah, that was funny.
So regards to our shoes, what ones, do you have any of our shoes right now, or are you completely new?
The Smart Point.
Oh, yes.
And Smart Point, and what's that? 307, 3000.
Yes, Oh, great. They're two really excellent shoes to have as a first timer.
Of the canvas, but that was just a sample. But
sure.
That's all I have. So honestly, I don't know a lot. Now the books that you guys send out and all of that, the information is so wonderful. It's like, if you didn't know anything about point, you could learn it just from reading all the information that you guys send out. So that's just awesome to have, period. Just
yes.
So
yes, totally.
Kudos on that. The information that comes with your catalogs and the things that you send to your retailers, just for knowledge purposes alone, is like it's amazing.
It makes a huge difference, don't you think?
It really does. It really does. Because even if I wasn't having this, eventually I'm gonna need to order. Like, I just got my order maybe last month. It just came in. But I could still go on there and look at what last I want, what kind of width I want, all of that in your book, and I think that's amazing. And then I can't wait to get the booties in here. So.
Oh yes, I love the booties.
Yes.
In fact, let me show you some of my two favorite ones. Let's find them. So my current ones I'm wearing a lot right now are the pink sparkle booties.
Oh, yes, I need those.
I love sparkle. I'm obsessed with anything sparkly, so naturally I had to have those. And these also come in mint green. They come in jelly belly, which is like a kind of blue sparkle. And they are just really cozy, very durable, and you can go on point in them. We have many colors. We even have ones that are more like, matte color, so not all shiny, because not everybody wants a shiny, of course. And not to forget that our body wear is incredible as well. We have so many collections. You'll be addicted.
Biggest ambassador for those booties right there. But I have a photographer. Her name is Shak Photo. She does a lot of our photos, and she's already asked me to start getting some of your guys' products for her photo shoots.
Yes, that would be really awesome.
Yeah.
And we have two of our top selling collections right now, which is the Bolshoi Style Senses and the Academy collection. The Academy collection features items that are actually worn as a part of the uniform of the Vaganova and the Bolshoi Ballet Academies, which is amazing. We have menswear too, of course, and our items come in, you know, we have many available in kids sizes and adults. This Leo is from the Contrast collection, one of my personal favorites. The Contrast collection had some very nice fabrics in bright shades.
A black label, is that what it is?
Yes, that's coming out soon. So we haven't put any pictures up just yet, only on the retailer group. Are you a part of our retailer group?
I don't know.
I'll have to send you the link after this so you can join it. So that information is secret right now, but I do believe that it will be eventually coming out on social media with all the finer details. And for you guys watching, you need to check it out as well, because it is limited edition. We're going to be doing a different pattern, and it's going to be in different designs as well. So it's going to be super exclusive, only a certain number made. Is it 200 pieces, Peter? Can you let me know? So it's very, very exclusive. So if you want something mega unique and you want to stand out and you want to know that nobody else is going to be able to get that, then you should totally get yourself in there.
You guys can get it. I'm going to have it.
Right. And I love that, because everyone wants something exclusive, and Peter's just told me that it's 800 in the entire line. Wow. And I've already got dancers.
So I can
right. How cool. So I'll send you the link to our retailer group after this, and you can check it out, because we've got all the fine details on there, and I'm sure Peter could email you some fine details about it and how the ordering process works with that. But it's very exciting. We've got a lot of hype building up with it. So I think it's a really cool idea, because, you know, dancewear is evolving over the years. So much is changing in styles of leotards, fabrics, but also one thing that makes us stand out from the crowd is the fact that our fabrics are very, very soft, and literally they feel like a second skin. Everybody that I put into one of our items to dancewear cannot believe the quality of the fabric and the fact that it washes well, because I have worn many brands myself, and one of the things I did struggle with was color running out. Like, so, you know, you get a bright leotard and give it 5 washes, it would end up being quite faded, and that's kind of disappointing when you've bought something and you want it to last a bit longer than that.
I'm excited about getting actually starting to get more of the things in here. Like I said, I'm just
that'd be so cool.
The fact that that you guys did this push during COVID to waive what it costs you to get in, because it's not cheap.
No, of course, absolutely.
Get in, but it was waived, and that's how because the pandemic has hurt my business, but because of that, I was able to jump in and be a part of Nikolay.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy.
And
I'm grateful for that as well.
Oh, no worries. And that's one of the other things, is we really care about our customers, and we really want to be there 24 hours a day and help them with any assistance they need, but also to help educate as well. And this is one of the things I've really enjoyed, is teaching retailers about not just the dancewear, but the shoes, of course, and also how much variety there is, because with the old distributor, you guys didn't have access to all those many variations in shoes. So that's been amazing.
Distributor. I'm coming in brand new. I only know Nikolay.
Yes.
So
and
I do have people asking about the old ones, and I said, if I'm correct, you don't sell them in the United States anymore. Is that correct? Or am I?
So basically, the old distributor used to sell the real made in Russia point shoes that we produce, but their contract was terminated for various reasons, and they decided to keep our name, Grishko, which is Mr. Grishko's last name, because basically Mr. Nikolay Grishko is our president of the company. and we had to work around getting the real deal into America again. So we had to go under our new name, Nikolay, because Mr. Grishko wanted to ensure that, you know, people realized how much he cares about America and the people getting the real deal. And the fact that the old distributor was making fakes in China and still is, and these fake products have the Grishko label in them, but we are currently fighting against that. So we have the real products, the real made in Russia products that everybody loved, are now under our name, Nikolay.
Okay.
Thank goodness. But it means also that then the retailers got access to all of the products, which they never had before, because they didn't have access to all of that with the old distributor. So that was really fantastic, because more and more dancers have also seen not only the point shoes, but the slippers that we do too. For example, our top selling model, the Dream Stretch slipper, that's been an incredible slipper that has sold worldwide and done incredibly well. And also, tell us, what isn't that you like to purchase from your store? What do people like to purchase the most from your store, would you say?
Well, let me say this, is that clearly I'm a Black-owned dancewear store business owner. So I know that you guys have a line. I don't know how it works because, again, I'm new. I try to sell according to our skin tones in here.
Of course.
Whatever skin tone is, be it, you know, the lighter side to the darker side. But I do cater to dancers of color. And that's the area that I'm in mostly. But I mean, everyone, of course, is welcome. But yeah, I need to make sure that I have shoes in ballet shoes, jazz shoes, all of those shoes, so that I can support my dancers of color.
Absolutely.
And we've been in this fight for a long time. So we're happy that the world is starting to come on board right now.
Yes,
it
about time.
And felt like a capitalism type of thing, but for whatever reason, even if it's capitalism, whatever it is, that the whole world is all Black power now, we're going to benefit from it. And so I need to make sure that the people that I manufacture with and do my business with can help support the causes that I'm doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was really exciting. In February, we came out with our shades that we're going to be producing, which we have out now, which is fantastic. Even for one of my own dancers, I got her dark nude point shoes made. I'm going to grab them now because I want to show you guys, because a lot of people haven't seen them yet. Be back in a second.
Okay. Well, thanks everybody who's on here. I'm really enjoying this conversation, and I am really excited to be a part of the Nikolay family now. And I can't wait to see what these point shoes look like, because I will absolutely them for you in our store. You guys can see up there, we run videos all day with recitals. I think that one just went off. Then we're going to start doing it for marketing.
So here is a Dream Point 2007 in dark nude. It's probably going to look quite bright because I've got a ring light on. But I wanted to show you guys how beautiful this is.
That is very pretty.
Let's get a close up.
That's beautiful.
So I was super excited because, you know, here in the UK, I just stock Grishko or Nikolay, and it was so exciting to me to be able to offer this to my dancers and have that option finally. I can't tell you how many dancers I have been able to make extremely happy because this is now an option, especially the professional dancers that were having to pancake their shoes. And now they don't have to do that anymore. How absolutely thrilling that is to know that I now have that option. And we currently have 2 shades at the moment, but I'm hoping there'll be more. And also we have canvas, and the canvas comes in some other shades too, which is super exciting because we know that, of course, some dancers need matte shoes. They can't have shiny shoes. So I'm really thrilled with that, and I can't wait to sew these for her. So yeah, I think it's just so exciting now that we have this.
And I just, you have to order them. Is that how it is?
the beautiful thing is that with anything that needs to be ordered, it only takes, if it has to be made, like these need to be made from scratch, it takes 2 weeks, and then it ships on day 15. So that's pretty fast considering it comes from Russia. And then it only takes usually about a week shipping, I believe, from Russia to the US with UPS.
But
So that's a really nice service.
My question, I guess, would be, for instance, I have, just for instance, the smart point is, would I fit them in the smart point and then order it in that color? Is that how it works?
So Peter's just informed me, I didn't know this, but Peter's just informed me that they're stocking a few models in the medium nude and dark nude for available to ship. So they won't be they won't have to be custom. And those models are 3007 Smart Point and Super Triumph. How cool is that? I never knew this, so this is excellent news.
All right, I gotta get my order in. You guys heard that?
That is great news. Like, that is even better. So any of the other models would have to be done as like a custom, but I mean, those are three of the most popular models anyways. So I imagine they'll be adding more to that list in the future. So that's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. But to answer the question, that's how it would work though. If they don't have them in all the sizes.
Yeah, you'd have to order.
And then order you. Okay.
Yeah.
And then it takes 15 days.
Yeah. Savannah says, I just got my miracles yesterday. Oh, congratulations. Have you worn miracles before? I really like miracles. In fact, I should maybe talk about them a little bit. Let me grab you a miracle and we'll talk about it, because it could be a shoe that you might be interested in stocking.
Okay. This is the car on there. Hi, shot photo. I just mentioned you a second ago. And we're going to start getting some stuff.
Okay, let me see. By the way, anyone watching, if you already wear our shoes, tell us what ones you wear.
Yes, what do you like?
And what you like about them. Also, I was curious, when you're buying products, as you know, for your store, is there anything in particular that you're maybe missing that you wish that you had in your store right now? Anything in particular, any like particular dancewear items or slippers or anything like that?
No, I can't think of anything offhand, but if I do, I will email you. But like I said, what I'm trying to make sure I stock up on, for the most part, is colors and making sure I have things that match all of my dancers that come in. So that's my biggest thing, and trying to make sure that I represent other businesses that sell these things like tights, like I sell Nude Bar and Ballet Cafe and like that. Yeah. So those are the things I'm shopping for the most, to make sure I can have so much diversity in here that there's no question about whether you can get your color in anybody.
Definitely.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
I'm gonna work on getting a little more fashion, because I think that we're slowly getting more professionals in here and not just beginners. Professionals like fashion. Mostly I have a lot of basics, because you know, for the first few years I just did parents, and parents are like, give me what costs the less. What's the least expensive? But we're starting to get a lot more professionals, which is exactly what I want. I want to diversify and let people know that this store can carry anything you want, whatever level of dance it is that you do. But I know they're going to want more fashion. So
absolutely.
I'm going to start getting more fashion items in here, not just the basics.
Peter's just told us that all models can be made in dark nude, and we also have tights coming to match. We also have and ballet shoes. I thought we already had the ballet shoes, Peter. Are there some other shades coming out that I didn't know about? Please tell me. So here's Miracle shoe. The Miracle is built on the 2007 last, but this is the other thing that I'm trying to get through to dancers as well, is just because a shoe is built on the same last, it doesn't mean that it's the same feeling, because there's so much variation in our shoes. It's incredible. So with the Miracle, it's quite similar to our Nova shoe, which is also built on 2007, similar in the respects that it has very high wings at the sides here, low sides and a low heel, so it's very sleek, and it features double satin, so it's incredibly smooth. And it also has this amazing antibacterial lining, which is made from a velour type material, and it's very soft to the touch. I don't know if you can get an idea of it through the camera, but it features not only in the sole, this lining also features in the box of the shoe, and in the tip of the platform there's a little toe cushion made of foam. So it's a very plush, luxurious shoe. Now, this shoe has a vamp that is slightly lower in height than the 2007. So it's a great shoe for dancers with medium length toes or even shorter toes. For example, I've got short toes and I can wear this shoe with no issues. If you've got longer toes, you might need to get the vamp made higher in a custom. Now, the platform is nice and broad like Nova, as you can see there. And it also features a shank that is very pliable. It comes in light medium and light hard. So as you can see, this is a light medium, but it has a nice generous flex in the arch there with a very beautiful roll through. Now, another great thing about this shoe is it's the most quiet shoe that we have. Now, we have sound absorption features in some of our other models, but in this particular model, it's the most quiet because it features a silent knot technology, not only in the platform and the pleats, but also in the Demi pointe area. So it is the lightest weight and the most quietest of our shoes. And it's actually Mr. Grishko's favorite. And this shoe has done very well in the States as well. And it's also one of my top selling shoes too. And of course, don't forget, in a custom order, you can change so many things about it. You can even swap the shank to a different shank should you desire and you don't enjoy this type of shank. You can change things like the platform width, of course, the color of the shoe. You can change the side quarters, the vamp height, so many things, like many things. I've actually done a video about custom pointe shoes on my YouTube if anyone wishes to watch it and learn a bit about it a bit more.
I will share.
So that could be a potential shoe for you to stock in the future. Tell us a bit about the types of feet that you get in your store.
Well, I've learned that I need to buy wide and double wide. Kind of. Well, I mean, we get a variation of all kind of feet. So I get them all, the narrow foot, but most of my shoes are, I find myself getting the wides. I guess I do a brand that has the wides and double wide, or the triple X. That, you know, a certain brand does triple X, and then there's another brand that does
Sure.
double
So
wide.
I don't know if you know much about the width in our shoes, but it goes by standard from 1X to 5X. But we also have 6X and 0X in custom, and we can even make a custom last completely if someone really needs a complete shoe made for them. But also some of our shoes fit broader and wider than others. So for example, some people might be different in the width in a model built on the Fote last rather than their width in a shoe on the 2007 last. So it's amazing how many types of width of feet we can fit, because we can fit absolutely everybody. And for those of you wondering about the variations working on feet, I also did a series about that too, because I wanted to prove to people that, you know, there really is a Nikolay shoe for everybody. In fact, most people find 4 models that they like. So there absolutely is one for you. So there's a question here. Oops, hang on a second. She says, hi, I've been fitted with the Nikolay or Grishko Maya. It's really painful on my foot. Is that normal? I've been on pointe for 4 years now and the shoe really hurts. So first of all, can you tell us a little bit about the pain that you're experiencing in the shoe? Because that will really help me. And also, how long have you had this pair for? And previous to this pair that you've got now, had you worn the Maya before? And is it the Maya 1? I imagine it is the Maya 1, because we have Maya 1 and Maya 2. The Maya 1 is built on Fote last, and the Maya 2 is built on the Vaganova last. But most commonly, it would probably be the Maya 1. But tell us a little bit more about that, and maybe we can help you on that matter. And of course, for you guys watching, pointe should not be painful. No matter what some people tell you, if you're experiencing pain, there's something going on, please go and get a professional fitting. And of course, if you're in Miss Rose area, go down to her store and I'm sure she'd be happy to assist.
Absolutely.
So with regards to fitting, do you have any kind of issues with fitting that you maybe get Do you have any kind of problems, like troublesome kind of
The
feet?
usually is the beginners that, well, not always just the beginner, but the people that I struggle with is where they have a bunion.
Mm-hmm.
And that part, the rest of the shoe, they may be saying this feels good, except for this right here. And
Yes.
every other shoe I put on, they don't like, and they like that one shoe, but that one little part. And like you just said, your point shoes are not supposed to hurt, especially while you're
No.
getting fitted. If they're hurting, then they're they're really gonna hurt. And so that's where I kind of struggle with making sure that they're happy with
Mm-hmm.
that. And so sometimes I've suggested maybe add a little bit of lamb's wool just right on the side that might take some of that cushion away. I mean, some of
So
that cushion away.
I have slight bunions myself, and I have dancers that have some really extreme bunions. For you guys wondering, there's two types of bunion. You can have a bunion on the big toe side or a tailor's bunion on the little toe side. And bunions vary a lot in many variations, but also the key part here is one, go and see a medical professional because you need to get advice on it and you need to make sure it's not going to get worse. But two, if you can wear a toe spacer, do wear a toe spacer because it does make a huge difference. But also, you really want to think about the shoe you're in because we need to think about the box shape, we need to think about the wings of the shoe, the profile height, the correct size and width, the type of paste in the box. So, for example, if you found one of our shoes, but you was finding that your bunion was sitting out of the wing, we can make the wing higher. So there's that. Let me just look at these questions. Hang on a second. So one of the dancers says, I have no pain with my Nikolay World point shoes. They are best, super comfortable. Pila says she has no pain. Fantastic. Someone says, what is the right age to start point? I'll get onto that in a second. Someone else has said, hi, I would like to ask, I've used Demi Point for a while now. Which model would you recommend as the first one after Demi? I have a low arch. So personally, I still think you should go for a fitting and try all of our shoes on, well, as many as you can, because even as a beginner with a low arch, you may find other models work, not just going by Miracle is a great shoe, of course, but it doesn't mean it's destined to work for your first point shoe. You need to get a proper fitting. But for example, I could find a dancer that, you know, might be great in 3007, but she needs a softer shank in it because she's not getting over enough, which is completely possible. So just because you have a low arch, it doesn't mean that you're only going to be suited to one point shoe. There are many models that can work for you in the right shank strength and other combinations. Okay, so about the age question, this is one of my favorite topics. I personally believe that no one should be on point under the age of 10. That's my take on it. In America, I have noticed there's so many kids that are going on point from 7 years old to 8 years old, and that is not something you would see in the UK. In fact, you wouldn't see it in quite a few other countries, if I'm honest. And in my opinion, there is no set age, but there is such thing as being too young. And I believe that also, you know, you should go by the guidance of your teacher, but also have an assessment done. If you can, get an assessment with a dance physio because it makes a huge difference, and work towards your own goals for getting on point. But in my view, why be on point at 7 years old? That's not going to achieve anything. You have many dancing years ahead. Better to be safe, but also the bones in your feet are very, very soft when you're young, extremely soft, and they are spaced out a lot. There's a lot of gaps between the bones. And no matter what teacher tells you that, oh, you're fine, you look strong, you're a great dancer, you can get point shoes, they don't know what's on in your body. And in my opinion, that's too young. Do you get many young dancers come for point shoes at your store?
I do. And
How do you deal with that?
I try to educate them that their bones are not quite strong enough. They maybe should make sure that they have spoke with their instructor. And usually it's someone that's coming in that has not spoken with their instructor. I have had a couple of people that come in with their instructor and their instructor wants them to have them. So there's not a lot I can do with that one. If they're sitting there with the parent and the instructor and they're all going, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So I can, at that point, I can just give my advice and then the parents and instructors have to make their decision at that point. I don't get very many, but
Thank God.
You, and I feel bad, but you know, I think I lost a customer once because I was like, I really don't think that she's ready for pointe. And she's like, she's been doing it for 3 years and she was only 8. So
Oh, I don't know. I would personally, I'd rather just, you know, tell them how it is and what I personally believe in. And if they don't like that, they can go somewhere else and ruin themselves. I'm just not up for it. I'm just not going to do it. And I've had people say to me, oh, but you fitted someone who was 10 years old. Yes, but that's rare even in this country to fit someone who's 10. And when I do fit someone who's 10, they are usually at full-time ballet school and they are doing very minimal and they have had a medical opinion on it. They haven't just rocked up one day and decided they're getting pointe shoes.
Right.
So stay safe, up dancers.
I'll ask, you know, if they're at least just going to be at the bar and not going across the floor or something like that. But this one person, she was like, no, we won't come here again. And my daughter's been doing pointe for 3 years. So, you know, and sometimes it's like you said, you kind of let some go. But I'll try to call, like I said, I'm really big on calling an instructor in a minute and being like, are you sure you want her to be on pointe? And they will call me back and they're like, no, I did not send her in there. And so then you can educate, and I love to educate.
Yes, education is important.
Yeah, I'm really big on calling an instructor and making sure that whatever the shoe is.
Also, sorry. Yeah, so also do not forget about our Demi pointe shoes as well, which I'm going to speak about in a second. Let's have a little scroll through and see. So this dancer who was asking about the age says she'll be getting fitted in one of the Nikolay retailers, but right now it's sadly closed due to the pandemic, but she's so excited. Oh, what country are you in, by the way? Just curious. Oh, someone says, I remember when I went to buy my first Demi points and there was like a 5-year-old with my mum that bought it for playing at home. Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Now they're going to get hurt at home also.
That's crazy. I don't know why people would do that. As for Demi pointe shoes, we have our 3 Steps to a Dream program, which features the Demi pointe shoe, of course, which we can build on any of our lasts. Then we have the Novice 2007, which is like a 2007, but softer in the box construction. The pace isn't taken up so high, and it features a super soft shank. And then we, of course, can progress on from there. We also have Alice. Sorry, Alice is before the Novice 2007. You don't have to do it that way, but just mentioning the Alice. Some people skip the Alice depending on their foot strength because the Alice is a very soft shoe. But the Alice is fantastic for lightweight beginners as well, who need to build strength in their feet and maybe don't have a well-developed arch yet. And they are doing very well in the States too. As for the Demi points, I mean, do you get many customers coming for Demi pointe shoes? I'm very curious because I've heard very mixed kind of input on this in different stores in America. Some get a lot, some get none.
Very, very, very few. Like they're kind of just sitting there. A lot of the instructors will say that they're just going to keep them at the bar. But if they're young, they may go ahead and put them in Demi pointe. But I get not a lot. They're just kind of.
It is fascinating. Even here in the UK, I've been changing things because years ago, most people would wear Demi points here, especially because certain examinations require them. To get more teachers onto the wearing Demi points first with their dancers because it does make a huge difference. Again, I have a video about that if any of you guys watching don't know what Demi points are. So we're nearly finished with this.
I've been here 8 years and I never heard of Demi pointe until I opened the store.
Oh wow. So we're nearly at the end of this stream. Is there anything that you'd like to add, and would you like to promote your store and tell us about your website and everything?
Yeah, and I would, being that it's brand new, I don't know if there is someone out here that comes out and does fittings, or we have an event or something like that for just Nikolay, I would love
Oh
to do
yes,
something
Peter
like
would be able to help you with that and see if there's anything available soon. Because yes, we have been doing fitting events, which have been at different Nikolay retailers and been really fantastic. And I'm sure that they could organise something for you. So Peter, if you're watching, you could get in contact.
that.
And
Cool.
also, have you had a rep come in to see you? Do you have a rep in your area, Peter? Do they have a rep? Do you know?
I haven't had anyone come in. When I first started this, I would have to look up his name, but the person that I talk to mostly is not here. She's in Russia, I think. There
Ah, okay.
is the most. So
Sure.
no one's, but I don't think anyone's coming to the store because of COVID
Of
as of.
COVID, of course. We have some fantastic reps. We've got quite a few now, which is amazing. And they've been doing a great job. So I'm sure that when COVID starts to lift a bit better, you'll have someone come and see you to show you more of our great products.
Yeah, yeah, that would be awesome. What I see, I'm loving. I'm again very excited. I love the fact that you all are doing this right here, that you're going to all of your retailers and actually getting to know them and
Yeah,
part
absolutely.
of their world and not just taking money.
Yeah,
You actually, I love helping people win, and I love being around people that like to see people win. And so
yes.
that's what I get from this, and I greatly appreciate it. Again, like I said, I didn't know a whole lot. I wasn't sure how this was going to go because I'm like, I just got the items, but this has been very good. And so I'm grateful, and I thank you for allowing this to happen and for you coming into my store. So thank
No
you.
worries.
Yeah,
And I'll drop you a message with the retailer group so you can go and check it out because there's so much great info on there too.
yeah.
It was great to stream with you. And guys, go and give them a follow on Insta and Facebook. And I will save this stream so you can watch it later if you've just tuned in. Thank you. Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.